Hello everyone, this is Studiolife with Faith Honeybee Setley, coming to you on Canada's Thanksgiving Day weekend. Hope everyone's having a fabulous holiday out there. Stay safe, do, and have a piece of pie and turkey on me. It's raining, it's cold, it's not very nice out, so have lots of fun inside and just have a blast and enjoy the weekend. So this is my first video off my new phone. I did have a Samsung and it died. And this one is called, and I might mispronounce this, so I'm apologizing beforehand. This one is called a Huawei, or as my friend Linda so eloquently puts it, a Huey. So this is my first video from my Huey. Okay, it's got a pause button, which I really like about that. My Samsung did not have a pause button on the videos, so that will come in quite handy. I was going to do a contest for Thanksgiving Day weekend, but an event came up which I'm trying to get ready for, fingers crossed, so it was just not possible. But I do promise you that either before Christmas or for Christmas, what I might do is actually smash Christmas and New Year's together and have a sort of an extravaganza for like a massive contest. So, but there will be another one because the last one was just amazing. So many people participated and I love you guys so much, my supporters, my followers. Just, you guys rock, really. So if you like what I do, follow me, subscribe. You know, I'd really appreciate it because I love you guys so much. Now, what we're doing today, what is that? That is a painting you've not seen on YouTube and most likely not for quite a while on Facebook. Say hello to Snow Kitty. Hello. That little lady, I think, I don't know what it is, or gentleman, I started quite a few, well, not quite a few years ago, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago, and life got in the way and stuff happened. So it's been sprayed, and along with this one used to be called Silent Rails, but I've renamed it because I'm actually working on a painting what you can't see that I've done videos for on YouTube called Silent Reverence, so we really don't want to sort of overuse that title. So now it's called The Ghosts of Railways Past. And hoping to finish both of these, mind my fingers, either before Christmas or shortly thereafter. Hoping for Christmas, because Snow Kitty would be a lovely Christmas present for somebody, I think, anyway. So, hey, actually, it sort of looks like she's eating my paint bottle. Stop that. Now, what are we doing today? We are on about a couple of paintings what I've also sprayed the other night at 10 degrees at my deck, shivering my numpty off. This is going to be a 3D painting. Now, I'm creating a frame around the outside, back to watching 2 cameras at the same time. This frame, so far, it's going to look different, like all my paintings do as it goes along. With metallics, I use a cream pencil and ink so far to create this, and then I've sprayed it to keep my lines. Now if you were here and you ran your finger right along this, you would actually be able to feel a little bit of a raise. So there is coming along a 3D difference between the middle of the painting and the frame. Now all of this again is going to be different. Now this one as well, zoop. This is my mystery painting, what I've been posting to Facebook. I've done several applications on this painting so far, and I'm still not telling you what it is. You're going to have to guess. And but today we're going to do another lot. So far today, and I can set this down for a moment, what's gone into this painting is, hopefully you can see this, acrylic deco art, natural beige, silver morning crafters acrylic paint, Hopefully you can see that. I hope you can. Anyway, it's a little bit blurry. Oh, there we go. Pardon my clumsiness, watching two cameras here. Daffodil yellow, Crafters acrylic paint. Flesh toned Crafters acrylic paint, again by DecoArt. Love that company. It's just absolutely fabulous stuff. And totally different. Hope the lid's on this properly. Tulip navy tie-dye. Now, for anyone what knows me, I'm a 3D special effects artist. So, I will throw anything at something to get the effect I want, as long as it works out. No green has touched this canvas so far. What? Yes, absolutely not. The effects that are on here are basically from a combination of these two babies right here, the blue and the yellow, make green. So I've posted 3 stages of that on Facebook, so far nobody's guessed what it is. I've had a lot of guesses for landscapes and things like that. We're going to set that aside. She's been sprayed, and there's a couple of things I want to do with that. So I'm going to start with her at the moment. A couple of washes I want to apply. The reason I'm starting with this one is because of this wash right here. Sorry about getting in your face. I've done a wee little bit of it right here to actually make sure that I'm getting the effect I want, because I don't want to stuff up the whole rest of the painting and then of course you can't fix it. What is in this wash? This is a very simple wash. It's basically water and long arm of the law here, right here, DecoArt Crafters acrylic white paint. That's all there is. And this, I can tell you precisely, there's about 15 drops of DecoArt, no 17, sorry I added 2 more. 17 drops of white paint in this wash with this water. Now, taking a fan brush, I'm going to mix it up a little bit. You've seen me do washes before. I do various ones. I do primers as well. I want to do a full version of a video for YouTube on when I do primers and what I put into them and all that. I'm just basically slathering this on. I hope you see this. I'm not paying attention to the video at all. Now, what happens when I do this a little bit is it will blur this up a little bit, and it will also change the colour scheme of it just a wee mite, and that's what I want. But I want to keep my lines, that's why I sprayed it first, because I knew right well that if I added this on top of all the paints that I've applied beforehand, it would just be like one big blurry mess, and I don't want that at all. So what it's actually doing, I don't know if you can see that, is it's lightening everything, and that's okay. That is okay, because I want it to be mattified. This is going to be, I can tell you, for all the people guessing this painting, it's going to be a painting within a painting. I know that really doesn't explain anything, does it? But I'm going to be doing another painting sort of on top of it. So your job, I guess, is to guess what I'm doing at the moment, everyone, as to what this will be and then what I'm going to be doing on top of it. So that's the slight wash. That's my computer going off, sorry about that. Let's take this lovely little rag, wipe my brush off a wee tiny bit because I don't want it too watery for when I do the next phase. Now, here is another wash. Now, can you tell the difference? I'm trying to be really, really careful. Can you tell the difference in these two washes? I don't know if you can on film, but there's a lot more in this one than there is in this one. This one's more complicated. This is a basic wash. with just one ingredient right here in my left hand. In my right hand, this is a more complicated wash. Why is that? Well, because I want to brighten something up, and when I do that, I add a lot more ingredients to it. So yes, it's got the Deco Art Crafters Acrylic White, a whole bunch of it in there actually, I can't tell you how much. It's got Lucas Berlin White Water Soluble Oil Paint, just a wee tiny bit. Set that aside. I don't even know if you can see what this is supposed to be. This is FW White Acrylic Inks by, probably mispronouncing it, Delaroni. And love this company. I'm hoping you can see this. There we go. And you can tell I use this stuff a lot. I mean, look at it. It's a disaster. So set that aside. But it's also got, if I can get my hand around it, ta-da! Speedball ink. Now, this stuff is usually used on fabric, but I'm different. So it's in here as well because it's really, really bright. Now, if you're going to use this, word of warning, if you're going to use this by itself, because I like to use this for highlighting, don't use this as an undercoat and then try to paint something over top of it, because it's sort of like pastels. It is sort of like oil pastels. It will smear. It does not dry matte like acrylic paint. So your best bet is to actually put it in a wash with something, or use it to finalize highlighting where you can spray something over top of it, unless you're going to be mixing it directly with another paint, which I'm all over the place with that. So there, all of that plus water is in this. Stop blurring up your silly camera. There we go. I'm sort of playing peekaboo. Now we're going to mix this up. When I do a complicated wash, and there's one later on I'm going to show you that's like really, really complicated, sometimes it will, depending on what's in it, it will either evaporate, which means it will disappear, basically. It will sort of get sucked up into the air and disappear. Then there's more complicated ones, depending upon what I put in them, that develop a skin on the top of them, but underneath they dehydrate. So as part of the pain in the bum of being a special effects artist, but you do what you do. Now I'm taking this and I'm going to dribble, apparently, just go over the top of this probably a couple of times, because I want to brighten this up for what is to come next. And it's okay if I overlap this a wee little bit. Because I want to get this really nice and bright. And actually, I think I am going to take it down just a wee little bit. There we go. Because I want it to sort of be muted a wee bit. Now, we're going to let that little baby dry. And let's see if I can hang on to my camera. And go over here to... Come on. There we go. It's an old tripod and it's really creaky, and trying to get my hands around what I'm doing, it's not easy. A lot of people think making these videos is easy, and it's not. I need to brighten this up. Now this one is a bit tricky. Like, it doesn't matter as much if I go over the lines, because the next step, I'm going to be adding some texturization to this to 3D up even more. And I'm going to show you that in another video. But I need to brighten this up so that the object, I nearly gave it away, the object I will be painting over top of it, like over top of this wash, will be nice and bright. But I need my frame done after this. Well, basically what I'll do before I do the next video is, when this is dry, I'll draw my object. You'll get to see what it is when I come back and start mucking about with the frame again. And I'll show you what I'm using to 3D the frame. I like the fact that I don't have to look at my clock on the video screen. Like with the Samsung, all I kept having to do was like watch and see what time they were squiffing me up with. And sometimes it would cut off on me and then I'd have to do it again. That's another beauty about spraying your work if you want the lines, some of the lines to stay in place. If you make a boo-boo like that, you can just like wipe it off. But to really get your lines to stay in place, if you want to do any sort of wash, go back and look at my commissioned piece I'm doing on trees, where I use scribble paint to outline the pine trees, and that is the ultimate way to get your lines, come on baby, to stay put, because there's a lot of washes going into that one, and I would not have any pine trees or needles or whatnot if I had not done the scribbles paint. I hope you can see what I'm doing, because I'm actually watching the canvas, I'm not watching the video. Painting myself into a corner, literally. And we come all the way, and you can't see me. Hang on a minute. Boop, 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 boop. There I am. Hello. Hello. I'm in the corner. There we go. Making videos is very hard. It really is. If you're not like a major public speaker, it's really difficult because you're trying to remember what you want to say. You're trying to remember what you want to show people. You're trying not to stuff up and look like a total knob. Now, look at that. Hopefully, oh, it looks, you can see how wet it is on the video. I can anyway. And that looks brighter than it did. What I might have to do when that's dry, I'm not sure yet, is go back in and do it again. And this little guy, we've got, there we go, a little bit of a blurb. Ta-da! And they both have to dry, and then I'll be back with the next step. So hopefully you got something out of this and got to see some of the projects I'm mucking about with now. And we'll chat again later on with some more complicated projects and some more steps in these paintings. Have a great day, and bye for now. Love you. Bye bye.